I told my wife, I'm like, man, we're everywhere. You can't get rid of us. Anime watchers are everywhere.
One day, master's degree. One day, PhD. One day, you will write books. One day, commercials. One day, the impossible, you will laugh at the impossible. You will look at the impossible and go, what was I thinking?
Hello, my spoiler alert friends. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. So, I'm just in a chill mood, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I finished the second episode of Sentenced to Be a Hero, and Xylo's out here. He's catching these people. Like they are setting these holy knights up for failure. There's something going on, and they are trying to get rid of good holy knights. That's what I'm sensing, and I think Xylo is sensing it too, because he's already been down this road, and they have now put them on another mission that seems to be like a no-win kind of situation. You got all of these villagers, like the men of the village, all of the villagers' men are inside of this, almost like a mine. Like it was like mine workers, and this demon blight has come through, and it started to transform humans. And there are some that are still alive, and they know that they are, but they're deep into this cave where you're gonna go against a bunch of these demons that you gotta fight, right? Or people who have been converted by this demon plague curse kind of thing. And right now, the Holy Knights, their orders are to like seal off this mine. But Xylo, after being like convicted by this little girl, like, hey, she was going like hoping like, hey, can you guys save my dad? It's my birthday, and he promised that he would be here. So dang, now Xylo's like, dang, now I gotta help this girl. You know, he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to do anything for anybody anymore, because he's jaded. He's jaded. He's been hurt. He's like, man, no, everybody's out for themselves. Nobody cares. But this little girl, she came with sincerity, and so he's like, all right, I'll help. But he ain't telling her that. He just said it himself, like, all right, I'll help. And so now he's in this situation. They just came across a bunch of these monsters, and they defeated a bunch of them, but now they're in this situation. Do we follow orders, or do we proceed and save people? And Xylo's like, man, I don't even got time for y'all anymore. I know y'all don't care about me, so if you have to, seal the cave, and I'll be in here and whatever. But I need to go down here and at least try and save these people, because they got families back home waiting. And it's like, it's like, man, he's in this situation because he's like, he wants to be someone who helps people, but he also is just mad, like, like, dang, they betrayed me, they set me up, all the things, right? So, I still think it's a good show. So far, I haven't seen too much of anything that would be like, nah, it ain't worth it, don't go watch it. It's decent right now. And I think that him and the captain of this group that he's been sent to help multiple times, I think they're gonna develop an interesting relationship where it's like, it's not like this hate relationship where she's like, look at you, you're just this murderer, and you deserve to be in this situation. I think she's going to start to recognize, like, yo, no, he might be onto something. I think they might be trying to actually set me up. And he's the only one who understands and is willing to help. So I'm curious to see how that relationship develops. But so far, it's good. Some cool stuff that happened today. Well, it happened at church. They were setting up for volleyball. Like we have like these co-ed leagues at my church where you can, it's adults, and then they have kids, and I believe they have kids, but they got adult leagues, and then they got all kinds of little leagues, right? And one of the dudes was like setting up, and he was playing, and my son was like, Dad, you won't believe what's happening over there. I'm like, I think I know what you saw. And then he was like, yeah. And then it was the volleyball, and he's been watching Haiku with me, right? At least intermittently. And I was like, yeah, but I didn't notice the super cool thing. So I go over there and I'm just watching them. And one of the dudes has a jersey from the show. I was like, let's go. Like, man, I told my wife, I'm like, man, we're everywhere. You can't get rid of us. Anime watchers are everywhere. The spirit of anime is in this Joker, and I like that just because it's like it's such a cool show. And here this dude is playing volleyball, trying to get better. Like he was practicing, and there was nobody else really around. There was a girl helping him, but nobody else around. He's practicing the spikes, and sure enough, he had on a jersey. I was like, "Yo, this is crazy." So, to end my evening, I'm probably gonna just watch that. But then there's a few other shows that are on the docket this year. They got Hell's Paradise. They've got MF Ghost. Ooh, I'm excited for MF Ghost because of the way it ended. It's like, here he is, the newcomer. The new style of racing in a car that shouldn't even be able to do what it's doing, but it's doing it because he's like a master driver. I'm excited for that. Shoot, I do want to start Frieren. I think that's how it's pronounced. Still gonna watch on One Punch Man and Arc Knights and stuff like that, but definitely want to do that. They got Jujutsu Kaisen, the new season coming out, and I don't know what they're gonna do with that. So I don't know if it's picking up from where it left off, where basically so many of his friends have died, and then you still got dang, why can't I remember his name? Domain Expansion, the best dude in the whole show. They still have him trapped in that cube, so I don't know where they're gonna pick up, if this is gonna be like a side story, but based on his appearance, I'm thinking that it is picking up from where it left off. So I'm excited for that too. But as you know, unlike with Sentenced to Be a Hero, these are not like simulcasting, and there is no dubbed yet, so it's all sub. So as those dubs come out, I'll definitely be sure to watch. It's tough, man, because I don't have a whole lot of time. Like I just don't have a lot of time to watch, and so it's like, dang, what am I gonna watch today? But with so many good shows like coming out, and it's like the flow, there's so much content to watch. So now I'm like, dang, how am I gonna fit it all in? But I'm sure I'll find a way. So stay tuned, guys. Hop in the comments, tell me what you guys think. Even if it's on a show that I'm not even talking about, like hop in there and be like, hey yo, like if it's something that I've mentioned that I'm like looking forward to, just hop in there and be like, hey yo, this is what's happening right now, or like make sure you check out this episode, yada yada, right? But again, thank you guys for watching, sticking in, coming in, watching week after week. It's been fun doing this, and I still enjoy it. I believe I mentioned it in one of the episodes, but I know for sure I've thought it and felt it. It's like, even if nobody watches these, it's just fun for me to just kind of like, it's almost like journaling a little bit, where I can express like what I'm thinking and what I've been experiencing, and just the cool stuff. Like, because anime is really cool to me. It's one of those, again, foundational things to me, where it's like, I've been watching anime since I was like a kid, right? And I don't know, it's always been that one of those things, like, again, God, family, anime. Back in the day, I didn't have medicine and business to really kind of like be something that I focus on and help grow. But now, but anime's always been there as like a place for me to go, where I can just be like, just chill, decompress, and go off on an adventure, go to another world. So I love this. I love doing this, and I just thank you guys for joining me. And I'll see you next time. One thing